Hi all, it's Kylie from Kylie's Cardcraft. Thanks for joining me. Really quick one. Just wanted to show you something that I was working on and fell in love with it. Uniquely Creative, which is an Australian company I quite often talk about. I'll leave their link below in the description box. Have just put out watercolour pencils. Now I don't know with the glare whether you can see that properly. They're woodless watercolour pencils. I am not an artist by any way, shape or form. Not in your wildest imagination. I can't colour in, I can't paint, I can't do any of that. I've always played with watercolour pencils because I find that I can do a little bit with those easier than others. Can't use markers. I always leave marks when I'm using the markers. Doesn't matter whether it's been Copics or any of them, Tombos, Distress markers, you name it. I've played with all of them. So I've always had my good Derwent watercolours. So you can see that some of them are quite used and all the rest. I've got a no-name brand that I've had for quite a while because I liked some of the colours and used some of those. So received these in the Uniquely Creative Advent Kit. Oh my word, am I in love. I have been working on a journal, just a slimline journal, just all in pinks, trying to use up some 12 by 12 papers, which we're hoping to, for 2023, use up lots of 12 by 12 papers that I've got floating around. So I've just been doing up this slimline journal. There'll be a tutorial on another one coming up shortly, but hang on a moment. So, and I've got a few cherry blossom stamps, which I was using in this. Hang on a moment. Right. Look. Look, look, look. So excited. So I just had to show you. So I've just stamped some of these out. This is just called presentation paper. It's like copy paper, but it's a little bit thicker. That's another scrap of it. And that was good old watercolour paper. I want to show you just how easy these are to work with. As I said before, I am not an artist. I can't paint, I can't draw, I can't do any of that. So, good old water brush. You know I use my water brushes all the time, but for tearing my paper and all the rest. So, this is set one. Now, I've just had a look on their website. They have 2 sets. So they're only a new item just out, set 1, set 2. I think I'll be getting set 2 rather quickly, with different colours as well, and pinks and things like that in it as well. So the colour I've been using for this one is, I've picked one that I can't actually pronounce. ALIZARIN, red. A201 is its code. But watch how easy this is. So easy. Right. So you can see I've just stamped these out, and I've just stamped them out in my VersaFine Clear. So it's a pigment ink, but it allows you to watercolour with it. So perfect for using watercolours. So I'll just grab one. All I do with these, now they're a woodless watercolour. So this whole thing is your watercolour. Okay, so you've got all of this area. So with these, which are cherry blossoms, just stamen in the centre, I'll just go round and give it a little bit with my brush. So, with my pencil. So quite heavy, just so I've got a good solid area in there. Pull out my brush. If you want a little bit of water on it, I'll dip some water out just to get it running. And then I'll just go round and I'll work my way up so that my colour will go from the centre, where it would be nice and thick in my flower, and out to my edges. Okay? And very quickly, I've got a beautiful, beautiful flower. Now, I can add other colours in this if I want, but for me, for this journal that I was doing, I just wanted a basic colour. So with these ones, I want them fairly light around the edges, and with this one where it's all folded over, I want it light in the centre. So I will do all this section, bring some colour into that, and then take my brush off the colour, bring it down here, and just pick up some colour. See how I'm going back to that thicker area and just bringing some colour in. How quick was that? The other thing you can do with them, of course, like you can with all the others, is pick it up directly off the actual pencil. And then it's on your brush, and you can pick it up, start from the centre, and work your way out. They are so easy to work with. I haven't had problems with them, and as you can see by the amount that I did, I needed 2 flowers, and I just fell in love with it and just kept going and going and going with them, because they're just, the problem I have with watercolour pencils is that if I'm not quick enough, I get markings in them still. Yes, I know that they are meant to flow out and all the rest, more water, but then I'll put more water in there and I'll end up with paper that's not torn but looks fuzzy and all the rest. And I know there's a right way to do it and a wrong way to do it, but in the 20 odd years that I've been crafting and playing with watercolours, with pencils, because I can't do the paints either, I have never had such an easy one. Oh, I didn't check the time, did I? There goes Bertha. Now, when I'm doing it this way, I can now just pick up and bring some extra colour, some deeper colour in. So if I lift that up on my pencil, bring it up, and now I can bring some extra colour and start to shade in here and just leave, say, that tip going. Want some more colour? I'll go down, pick it up off my pencil and bring it back in. They are so easy to work with. Watch when I do them on the watercolour paper. So it gives you a completely different look on the watercolour paper compared to your normal copy paper. So see this look, and then you've got this. So we'll do a couple of these ones as well. As I said, it's a quick one. So let's do exactly the same as we did with those ones to start with. We'll pop some of our deeper colour in, like so. I'll put it on these ones. I want to do all 3 flowers. I'll get some water out of this one again because it's the watercolour paper. It does soak it in, I find. So now I'm going to start working it out. So you can see it goes differently with the watercolour paper. Pick up a bit more of that water. So it's a completely different look when you're doing it on the watercolour paper, but it's still a nice look and it gives you such a different effect. Now, Uniquely Creative, apparently, when I went into the website to have a look to see at the other colours for their set 2, they do have watercolour paper because they suggest that these work the best on their watercolour paper, like most companies do, I suppose. But this was just what I had around. I've got to admit, I haven't tried their watercolour paper. So I want to look. Oh no, there it is. So by all means, it may work different again with theirs, but this is just general watercolour paper. Now, another way I like to do it with these is just wholly and solely with the pen, with watercolour paper, because I find it does sop it up fairly quickly. And I can give it that real, you know me, haphazard look. So a little bit there, I need a little bit more water out of that one. There it is, there's my bubble. All right, so I'll fill up my brush. And I can give myself some real deep colour now because I've taken it straight off here. Look at that. Look at that from a watercolour pencil. How awesome is that? I am so wrapped with these. These ones we might do a little bit lighter, so I'm going to get some more water on that. We're going to do these ones just a little bit lighter, these ones sitting behind it. So I've just daubed a little bit over here, just to get rid of a little bit extra. Put some water out. Because with the watercolour pencils, as you know, I use them for my tearing of my paper and all the rest. It gives you so much control. So I can just keep either squeezing more out or just taking a bit extra off. Now look at that. How easy is that? These I love. And just to wash them out, just do this. Okay? Get some water out. Bring it out. This is just normal copy paper I've got underneath me, just as a work surface. There's no extra red coming off that. That's just a little bit stained. They will get stained. So, but it doesn't affect when it comes out. Hang on. Scrap piece of paper. Let's say I'm going to tear a piece of paper like I always do. See, there is no red coming out on that. So if I still want to then use it to tear my paper, I can, okay? There is no red coming out on that. It is literally just stained. So, look at this. Look at this. Aren't they? I'll sit you over there so I don't sit those on there. And if I can find what I did with the packet. So there are your colours that come in there. You've got black, you've got smoke grey, chrome yellow, burgundy, walnut brown, espresso, apricot, purple iris, ultramarine, aquamarine, and emerald green. As I said, I picked up the only one that I can't actually... alizarin red, maybe. Aren't they awesome? So they're a new one from Uniquely Creative. They're just... I love them. Love them, love them, love them. So look at that. And all I've done is stamp them out, cut them out, popped a little quote in there just to decorate my doily. How easy is that? Just thought I had to show you because I was just so super excited. Finally got a chance to play with things after Christmas. It all wrapped up and having a ball. Promise I'll be back on shortly. I will have a tutorial on how to make one of these slimline journals. So easy and quick and great way to use up our 12 by 12 papers. Come on, admit it, we've all got a stash of them sitting somewhere. So a little bit of coffee paper and the rest is just our 12 by 12 papers. So I'll be back hopefully tomorrow to start on that one. But, just had to show you. Thanks for watching, guys. And until next time, happy crafting. Bye.